The souls can choose. So when they make a particular contract, whether you like it or not, if that time reaches, the soul will leave the body.
Oh, and mothers and fathers will be crying.
Yeah, the souls will leave the body.
God, why? You've gifted us with a child.
That is what regret is.
Oh.
That is what the churches, the masjids, they are supposed to be teaching you to overcome. To understand that souls are different.
So you may have a soul who don't want to come into this world, just want to stay in your stomach or in the uterus for
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, for 5 months, for 4 months.
For 4 months.
Wow.
So immediately that the boy tell you that, Charlie, the way this thing happened, you should say it be mine. You say, it be you now. You say, Charlie, make I go get you something that you go swallow it. Because this thing, I can't take care of it. You can't take care of it. So at that particular moment, you have left the lady with regret. Okay, you the man mostly, you don't regret anything.
It is the ladies.
It is the lady.
Because they are going to go through that process.
Yes, because that is what a soulmate is. I told you people about soulmates. Soulmate is not the same thing as twin flames. Okay, they are different. Soulmates are here to teach you lessons.
Wow.
Okay, so you can see that there are men that are involved in relationship with women inside of this world. The men are beating the women, they are abusing them, and the women still refuse to leave the marriage. They still refuse to leave the relationship. They are still there despite the abuse that the man is giving them. He will keep abusing you until one day you can no longer be abused. That is when you are dead.
And that was either your soul contract.
Because if it is trying to trigger you,
to learn,
to leave him, so that you can begin to build your own life yourself. If your soul is forcing you to awaken by signing a contract with this particular soul, the man will keep the man will keep stressing the living hell out of you.
And so na one base ube warino. But
he is the trigger.
Oh.
He is the trigger. He's the one who is supposed to trigger your pain.
So that you live and then you can grow from it.
You can grow from it because Jacob had to leave his present home in order to grow. You need to leave. That marriage that is killing you isn't worth it.
Wow.
You are not here to get married though. Marriage that is not part of your soul. 90% of you inside of this world, you weren't meant to marry. You weren't meant to marry. You end up getting married, and every day of your life is a living hell. The one person that you are supposed to think with, the half part of yourself that you are supposed to think with that will guarantee you happiness, is the same part of yourself that when you think, it feels like you are in hell. You don't want to see them. When you hear them talk, you begin to shiver.
That is your regret.
That is
you
your
are always in constant regret of.
You are always in constant.
Why did I get married? Why did I
get married? Why did I have children? Why did I do this? Why isn't this thing working out? And every time you are doing that, you are back to the past.
And creating a new future.
And creating a new future.
Future of regret.
Of regret, more regret.
Wow.
So you become a prisoner of your own self.
Wow. You've created a reality for yourself.
You've created a hell.
Wow.
For yourself.
Wow. Mesre, mami monitor fa kakra. Oye oba oye bema. Na se abrabo na uwomo. Wo past mo, which is regret mo. Mesre say, kabeya sunya free wo past ni mo. Ade bia esese nke boa ma wo nyini. Ade a wanu ho pen. Ade bia wa mistakes e wo mo pen. If it's wa anye mistakes a okra no enyini. Emmoa wo ma wo nyini ehunu nya misu a ete wo.
Yeah.
And inti regret ya ade a se wutimi mia wani atwe ho free mo ebeboa. Abibia na nwini nkwachiri na mum dwe ko wani. Se ade we ya eto me, ade aware na me wo mu na da bia ba ma ne bu me kumi. Ananse oba na tete me no. Ade na se misua free me.
Oguso ho ye den.
Uguso te ho ye den.
Adwena e kan kire. The whispers like adwena about trim say jai be man. And there's always this thought. Okay? Adwena ebe kasa kire o sa ye den. You always find an excuse to convince yourself to stay.
And so bia nanka oba be trigger o pain no se ne ebe boa wa manko wa moving on.
One moving on. So that you can understand. You can't heal from the same environment that hurt you.
Just as Jacob. Just as Isaac, just as Abraham.
All of them. You have to leave. Okay.
So if you find yourself in an environment that is always causing you regret, you must leave.
You have to leave that particular environment, and then you begin to listen to your soul. Okay? There is nothing inside of this world that your soul cannot provide for you. That is what I want you to understand. Your soul is not different from you. Okay? You and your soul is like water and then salt. Okay? That is what you and your soul is like. Salt has the ability to become water, and water has the ability to become salt. You understand? So the difference between you and then your soul is the factor of you being able to transmute it in the middle.
Wow.
Okay.
So let me ask. After healing your fear or overcoming your fear gradually, if you are still staying in your regret, it is like doing nothing at all.
Now, most people, you have regret, you have fear, you have all the things that are blocking your energy centers.
Yeah, because mostly those who have regret,
yes,
they are those who have fear.
Yes.
And it is fear that brings regret.
That is how it is. Once you are afraid, okay, you begin to become unstable inside of the now. The now is the middle. Okay? The now is the middle within your electro and then your magnetic. The now is in the middle. So as long as you cannot be in the right mind to be in the middle in order to manifest or think positive thought to bring your future into good thoughts, if you keep going back to the past is what is going to become the future. With you in the middle, you are not stable in hard form. That is what Jacob is.
Okay, so now you've explained to us what we can do to get rid of regret. Now, let us look at the symbol that is also associated with.
Now, let's talk regret. There's still more.
Okay. Wow.
There's still more.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
There's still more. You people need to understand. Like, when it comes to abortion, okay, you making abortion, it simply means that that particular soul, that time has gotten for it to come. But those of you that are currently having pregnancies, okay, that you actually feel like, I need to get rid of this baby, okay, you have to talk to it. Okay, you have to talk to the soul. You don't know whether if it
because
is
you don't decide.
You don't decide. You don't know. Something that you do it unconsciously, like, oh, it's an emergency in which you did it without you listening and understanding what regret is, without you watching my video and understanding what I'm talking to you about, and then you did it. Okay, that one becomes the past.
You will always be regrets.
You are always regretting. But if you are listening to my video now, in the present moment, and now you understand what regret is, and you are pregnant, in which you want to abort, but you are not sure if you should abort, because that one, it will be like you are making a conscious mistake. Okay?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You are making a conscious mistake. Would that be a sin or not? Because when they talk about sins, these are sins. Your regret is a sin.
Not just the action alone.
There are 7 deadly sins inside of this world. Those are the ones that are keeping your 7 energy centers at sleep.
So the first one is fear.
The first one is fear. That is a sin.
Wow.
Everything they call a sin inside of this world is the one thing that keeps the soul trapped.
And the second one is?
The second one is regret. Those are sins.
Wow.
Because you are the architect of your own life. Whatever emotions that you are currently experiencing will tell you whether it is going to the past or it is going to the future. So you get to decide everything. That means that whatever that you call sin, you are the judge of your own life. Taking actions that you definitely know that I wasn't supposed to do this. That is what sin is.
Oh.
You are sinning against God because God is the heart.
So the moment you come into regrets, you are judging your own self.
You are judging your own self constantly.
And judgment will not help.
Judgment will not help you because that is what God is. That is what the soul will look at to come back to this reincarnation form. That is what it does.
Wow.
That is what they tell you. When you die, God judges you. Because when you die, you judge yourself. You look at the actions that you've done on your left. Look at the actions that you've done on your right. That is what they tell that they'll open the book of life and they'll open the book of life there for now. And then they'll read your sins to you. This is it.
Looking at your past, your future, your present, everything
that you've done, you will look at it and then you will see how you've performed. Is it worthy of you moving on to another dimension or to another world or you have to come back and then to sort out the issues with the fight with your husband, the fight with your wife, the fight with your uncle, the fight with your auntie, the fight with your niece.
Wow.
And you will choose to come back every single time.
Wow.
Okay? That is what it means for you to reincarnate. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. So when it comes to regret in this particular form like this, the idea that you have, the abortion that you've gone through, the despite of you hating somebody,
people, you hate animals, you hate everything.
Anything inside of this world that you hate, you need to learn to let go of that particular hate.
Wow.
Okay? And learning to let go is understanding what regret is. Regret, the whispers of regret is not going to stop. I'm telling you this.
Wow.
Okay? Everything that you've done in the past, be it the idea, be it the abortion, be it the despising somebody, any form of regret that you actually feel that it takes energy from you, it is not going to entirely disappear from you, but you can learn to overcome it. So when you accept that.
So the moment it comes up, because you have already accepted,
you no longer judge yourself harshly.
But you just see it as a lesson.
You see it as a lesson.
Oh, wow. This thing has taught me a very great lesson. And the lesson is that you need to be patient. You need to be this. You need to be that. You need to be this.
Yes, everything that you need to do, you always have to put yourself in the middle. Look at your left side. What I'm about to do, is it going to go this way? Look at my right side. What I'm about to do, is it going to go this way? Then you decide, you add the middle. You are not the left head, you are the right head, and you are the middle head. You are all three in one. That is what the Trinity is about.
Wow.
You judge yourself in goodness. You judge yourself in badness. You judge yourself in positivity. You judge yourself in negativity. And the one that always has the final say is the judge in the middle in the courthouse. My Lord, that is you. You are in the middle between the minority and then the majority of your thoughts.
Wonderful. 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 Baba Kasabi Bray, Nani Awakani no. Minim se enya de ache so bia tini tofa boni nyina ne se we obi a wo nu hu bebre wo abrabo mu a mesre se be hu sa nu hu ni nyina se eyadesuade e de ma enwene hu enwin sa ade na meye sa ade we ade na mre bi atwa mu meye we ade na mekofa nipa so masi we ade na meye obentin we de ehia ne se wo be hu se ade na meye ye no ma nye ne ye enye minye biem na saa de ne de ade we na brɛ me ade we na brɛ me ade oha we na ba ade oha lessons na wo mu no ene hia wanya hunu lessons no every time bia na saa nu hu ne bɛsan ba otrim no enyaje hu sɛ wanye ne ye na mum ne aba ne sɛ ade we aboa me pa ma mesua ade we yo no hunu ne sɛ lesson na mum enya judgment iti ye can't regret any with sacred chakra na dia emma will creative essence ni nya adwuma ejina regret ne so when you regret and free wa ade bia ni wa wo beye amana ye if you say wonu hu na wo free wo mu na wo hu sade a ye nye na wa wutimi bompa ye gina say erade me da wasese wo de me bone ya che me na wo hu se bone fa che no nya me de a che wa eno ano no ensa nkonkodwe hu biem da bi enka say ade am ye kra nya me de a che me
you are doubting yourself, because at the end of the day, God is always looking for people that forgive themselves. Okay, when you are able to accept the mistake that you did, okay, God will begin to be like, yes, you understand what it means to grow. Now you are starting to understand what life is about. That kind of mistake on acceptance that you did will become a lesson in somebody's life tomorrow. So God begins to forgive you. It is like, you take it. Go. I'm watching you. Okay?
Wow.
There is nothing stronger than me, and there is nothing stronger than you, and I live in you.
Right.
So all you need to do is understand that we are all one. You making a mistake simply means that me too have also failed in a way.
So if it is good, so if you forgive yourself, it is just like telling God that, God, I am grateful to know that even as you live, as your kingdom lives in me, there is good and there is bad.
Yes.
So if bad comes, I need to accept
and learn from it
and grow.
And the good comes, I need to be appreciative and gratified for it. That is how it is. Okay? You are in the middle of the ocean. Don't fight the water. You will die.
And your sacral chakra represents the water element.
The water element.
And you can't fight water.
You can't fight water and
So
wind.
the more you regret, the more you cause.
The more deeper you sink.
But the moment you forgive yourself, you accept that it is forgiven.
And now you are going with the flow.
Now you go with the flow, and water will take you to wherever.
Water will take you exactly where you need to go. Because you are trusting in God, and when you are falling, God will catch you.
Wonderful. Listen, we are discussing all the chakras, and these chakras are in connection with the story of Jacob and Esau.
Yes.
We are still talking about Abraham, and everything, Abraham and his descendants, everything.
All of them, they are always telling you that.
Exactly.
Just as Moses did it in the wilderness, so shall every man.
Because Moses regretted.
Yes.
God asked him, just point the staff. He hit the staff.
Okay.
Because he was frustrated. God, why did you give me these very strong-headed people? And
look, we haven't gotten to the story. Okay. But it's very clear that Moses raised the serpent in the wilderness. The serpent here is talking about your Kundalini energy, which is your root self.
Your root self.
You understand? It's the snake. Snake is the one thing inside this world that you cannot trust.
Can be very, very...
it's tricky.
Tricky.
Okay? The snake is a trickster. So the snake that is down there that they always refer to as the serpent, when they talk about a serpent is different from a snake.
Right.
Serpent represents anything that has of a vertebral form, that has consciousness. And the one famous consciousness inside of this world that represents the celestial form is a dragon.
Wow.
It's a dragon. It's a Kundalini dragon. These are dragons. Okay?
Wow.
They are the first form of creation. They harness the essence of what creation is,
yes,
and then turn it into physical form.
Wow.
That is the powers that dragons have. So when it comes to the Moses, no, Moses raised the serpent in the wilderness. So does every man. Okay?
So
that means that when
when
Moses raised his Kundalini energy, just like the way Abraham raised his Kundalini energy, just like the way Jacob did it, the ladder of Jacob is this. This is the ladder of Jacob. So them telling you that Jacob has also ascended into the heavens and saw God one-on-one, just like Moses saw God with the burning bush, just like Abraham talking to God, seeing God. That is what it is. You need to return back.
So see, don't be confused. The Kundalini energy is just raising your Christ consciousness.
Yes.
Your consciousness.
Yeah.
You being able to raise your awareness and your consciousness to a certain height.
Yes.
That is all what Baba is talking about as Kundalini energy. It's a form of energy that is in your root.
Yes, when we're talking about the triangle that is facing down,
exactly.
I made it very clear. Your tailbone.
Yeah.
That is where the energy rests.
Right. And so you need to raise it into your crown.
The box. Get out of the box.
And then when you are able to get out of the box, now you come to the sacral chakra.
And that is when your petals will move from 4 to 6.
Oh. Wow.
That is when your petals will move from 4 to 6.
Okay, so Baba, let's just treat the signage. Let us treat the signage. Okay.
So when you look at this, okay, this is the symbol of the sacral chakra.
Yeah, and we will put it on the screen. So
yeah. Okay. So when you moved from the root chakra, the root chakra had 4 petals.
Right.
Okay. Now the sacral chakra is having 6. Okay. And I made it very clear that the 4 is a box. The 6 is a 2 being put into 1. Now there's a union.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I made mention that the divine feminine and then the divine masculine is what creates life. Okay, so when you are talking about the sacral chakra, is the combination of these two. They are talking about birth, and they are talking about death.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So when you look at this particular symbol, okay, it has different forms. All right. So the first form are the 6 lotuses.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
There are 6 lotuses, and I already explained that. And then you move to the next one, which is the cycle. And I already explained that in the other root chakra.
The root chakra, right.
When you move from here, you get to this particular cycle. And from this cycle, you move to the innermost part. Now, this particular thing is a moon. Okay?
Okay.
It's a moon.
Okay.
So this depicts the divine essence of what the divine feminine is. Okay? It is in relation with water.
Right.
They will tell that the moon controls water.
Yes.
The moon doesn't control the water. The moon controls the crystals that are inside of the water.
But in science, they say that the movement of the moon determines the ocean tides.
Yes, that is why I'm talking about the crystals. Inside of the ocean exist crystals. Inside of what you call water has salt.
Yes.
And salt are crystals.
Yeah.
Okay? So the moon energy is feeding the crystals that is causing the tide of the ocean to either rise or fall. You understand?
Wow.
It's the same thing that is happening inside of your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is also made up of the same crystals. So the moon, when the moon comes out, or when you are on a full moon, your energy, the centers of your energy, your chakras, begins to get very agitated. You feel very restless. Because at that particular point, your pineal gland is trying to awaken.
Wow.
Okay? It's becoming wild. So when that happens, the moon speaks to it. And then it begins to cause all these things. If you are feeling fear, your fear becomes amplified. If you are feeling regret, your regret becomes amplified.
You always live in your past.
Everything at that particular moment, if you are not steady during full moons, the kind of crazy things that you will do, you yourself, you do it without knowing why you did it.
That is why it is called Luna.
Luna, yeah, Luna. Okay, that is what it is.
And when someone is going crazy, we say he's a lunatic.
He's a lunatic. Luna is taken. The moon is moving. Okay, you have a tick. It's like nowadays that you call TikTok, or is it TikTok? That is what it is. Okay, it's taken. The moon is moving, and once the moon begins to move, it begins to influence this aspect part of yourself, and it is through the divine feminine that you came into existence. That is the seed. That is you on top here.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
This is a representation of the sun. This is a representation of you, and this is the representation of the moon. So this is Solomon. If you are going to put it simpler,
it's a combination of.
It's the combination of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The six, the triangle facing down, and then the triangle facing up. That is what it is.
Okay. It's me pacho sacral chakra no ne sign no. Eniyama bia na wo eye your friend is a root chakra ni mo no. Sa niyama na ye hu e wo sacral chakra ni. Petals are na wo root chakra ni mo na ye 9. Sacral chakra no eye insia. Yedi kan akire se no na ye wo consciousness no. And na box na wo eye root chakra ni mo. The same box e wo
what feel box ni?
What free box ni sa. If you say wetimi nyame wetimi ehunu wo ho.
Yeah.
When hunu say no. I was say usua. I was say hunu nyankopon ti wo. What free? Ti see an box ni obiam.
Yeah.
Wa ba sa circle nim.
Yes.
Ti see an circle nim na wo no.
Yeah.
And ye wo sacral no.
Adwena bie.
Sa adwene mu abie. Nti afei na wo hunu hu yi. Nti circle ne so wo. But third and fourth one na baba kan ho asem no. Ana woksika kan ho asem no. Eye moon no. Anase osramo no. Ene awia no. Yaka ne mienu nyina bom. Ewo eye wo sacral chakra no.
Yes.
Awia ne gina ho ma obema. Ena osramo no gina ho ma wo ba.
Eno Mary ne Christo. That is it.
Wo masculine and feminine. Eye Christo and Mary.
Yes.
Yaka bom.
Muslims so as the same symbols we use it.
Sa. Iti eno na ma wo masculine ne wo feminine energies ni mienu nyina ayeden eye adwuma. One say root chakra no na ye wo feminine nko a eno na hwe form no. Ba sisi an wo nyine no wo masculine na be yeden abeka ho. Nti no eno na be boa wa ma okra na ensuo na wobbly na ma wonya o regret no. Etimi aboa ma mo stable no wonya o balance state.
Yeah.
Ama o sacral chakra na timi ayeden.
Abie. So sisi an obenya adwen, obetimi adwen akọ echire. Obetimi akai nema ahun say okay, I'm not in my past anymore. I am moving to the future. I said for ladder no. That's what Jacob's ladder about.
Creative.
Yeah, you are climbing the ladder. Gradually you started from the bottom and you are heading towards the top.
Right.
That's Jacob's ladder.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So it's very, very simple. These things are very, very simple to understand. Okay. And when you come to here, this is a symbol. Okay. It rectifies the divine feminine. Okay. And then it rectifies the divine masculine.
Oh.
It's the same thing. It's like B. B is the same thing as
D, but just 10.
Just 10.
Right.
They're like this.
Right. And everything too is a reflection of
it's a reflection of
the
itself.
other.
So this particular thing that are looking here is a B and then it's a D.
At the same time.
It's a birth and then it's a death.
At the same
when you
time.
die, you go back to this. When you are born, it's 2 days that you come out.
You have to come through water.
You have to come through water. Semen, you have to come through water.
And when you are going to, you have to pass through water.
You see, everything is always right in front of you to understand.
That is why a lot of people, when a lot of people are dying, those who live their body through their nose, you have mucus and water everywhere.
Water everywhere. You have to let the water has to move out first. The water is what is holding the body. The water is what is holding the body. The water is the soul. The soul is what guides the body.
Wow.
So if the water leaves, you are dead. If the water comes back, you are born.
If you don't have blood in you,
you have to be baptized in water. You have to be baptized by the creation of your own self, by the uteruses of the divine mother, which is your sacral chakra.
Right.
So baptism isn't about dipping your head inside water and then bringing it out. This is your head. Your head is the holy ground of the father. Put it inside of the mother and you are reborn. Go back there and return as a child without regret.
Right.
Without fear.
Right.
That is what it means.
So the immersion through baptism was actually meant to wash all the regrets. All the
sins of the body.
Right. So that is the interpretation, the actual interpretation.
That is the actual interpretation of what baptism is.
Because it is out of water you came from. So you must be washed in water.
To return back to water, unless you are as children again, you cannot see nor enter into the kingdom of heaven unless you are able to overcome the regret of life, because the regret is what mistakes are, and mistakes is what everybody makes inside of this world. There's nobody that has never made a mistake before.
Wow.
So if you are able to unlock your sacral chakra, you are able to unlock your God self. That is it.
Because the soul sits in...
The soul sits here. Mary and Jesus sits here. And whether you are a man or a woman, you come out of this place. The water creates everything.
Right.
Water is everything.
That is why you stay in your mother's womb for 9 months.
For 9 months.
And water, you will be around water.
You will be
fighting in water, doing everything in water.
Inside of the mother's uterus, what people they don't tell you about is that you are inside the mother. You are not stable. No. You are always rotating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are always rotating because you are reading time. You are following the rhythm of time. From here, you move to this angle, which is trimester, or is it the trimester?
Yeah, the trimester.
From here, you move to another step. From here, you move to another step. You are counting time. And before you finish your cycle, it's already 9. And this is where the water breaks and then you come out.
Wow. This is interesting.
It's very simple.
This is interesting. Extremely interesting.
Okay.
Wow. So please, if you have any question, Baba, sorry, if you have any question, kindly put it, ask all your questions under your under the comment section so that Woksika can address them. We are learning the Bible. We are rewriting our understanding of what we've been taught, in the Bible. And we are learning about Abraham and his descendants. And everything you are seeing, we are still on Jacob. And this is still the representation of Jacob's ladder. What Jacob did in order to ascend, to be able to see God, that is what we are treating. We've already touched on the root chakra. We are now looking at the sacral chakra. We will be talking about the third one, and we will let Baba take us through the third one very shortly. I don't know if Baba has to say something final on the sacral chakra. Once he is done, we'll touch more on the next chakra.
Okay. So like it's level 1. The symbols is level 1. This one.
Okay.
This represents the plane of existence.
Okay. The plane is flat.
The plane is flat. Okay. This represents the plane of existence. For you to condense as the father, the son, and then the mother, you are coming into the physical world.
Plane. Okay.
This is the physical plane where there is death and then there is death.
Wow. So everything is captured in the sacral chakra.
Everything is captured in everything that has to do with your sacral chakra, because that is the secret of life. Okay?
Wow.
That is the secret of life. It's
and
the
once
water.
You understand how sacred
that you are, your waters are. As a man, you excreting, you will understand that once excrete can repopulate this particular world. That simply means that one particular excrete can cause you to raise your Christ consciousness back to the heavens.
Wow. Wow.
That particular dormant energy that is always making you feel like, let me go and have sex. Let me go and have sex. I need to have sex. I need to have sex. You can harness this energy and then push it back.